Hi guys, what's up? Welcome back again to my YouTube channel. It's me, Christian, and for today's video is I'm going to talk to you about how to earn online, working from home, and earning at least 500 to 1,000 peso a day as a part-time job. Yes, you've heard me right. So it's a part-time job, and if you want to make it full-time, much better. So ayan. So for today's video is I'm talking to you about working from home as an online English teacher. Now, I am very excited to talk about this topic to you guys because it actually did save me during the pandemic, because I know that a lot of companies and offices were temporarily closed because of the economic crisis that a lot of the countries were experiencing. So, naging chain reaction na siya hanggang sa halos sa Pilipinas, halos lahat talaga is nag-close due to health, economic crisis, mga ganun. So, ayan, so I am very happy and honored to share this to you, especially to those who wanted to pursue their online job careers. So, ayan, so in this video, I'll be talking about some of the companies that you can work as an online English teachers, requirements that are needed, skills that are needed, and ano pa ba? All of the things that you need to know about as an online English teaching. Now, first things first, let's talk about what is online English teaching. So, online English teaching, or also known as English as Second Language Teaching, or ESL teachers, as what we are called. It's actually teaching English, the universal language, to those foreigners who are not English speakers, yung mga countries na hindi English-speaking countries. So, ayun. So, usually yung mga target ng mga students and clients sa online English teaching. Now, if you're not familiar, online English teaching actually started a very while ago. So, marami ng companies ang mga nag-hire ng mga Filipino teachers which are really in demand sa ESL teaching na field, because Filipino does have neutral accents. It means na hindi masyadong matapang yung accent ng mga Filipinos, which is perfect when teaching, especially sa beginners. So, ayun. So, a lot of these companies that I will also talking about actually hires Filipinos, and most of them actually Filipinos lang talaga ang hinahire. So, talagang in demand. So, let's talk about first with the requirements. Now, when you want to start working or having a job or having a business, talagang hindi mo maiiwasan na mag-i-invest ka. So, disclaimer lang, this video is for those, if you want to start right away, it's for those na meron ng mga tools na magagamit sa work. Number one is a PC or a laptop, which have higher specs because you will be doing a online class. So, medyo mabigat yung mga platforms or websites na gagamitin. So, talagang mas maganda if you're higher yung specs mo para walang aberya later. So, later on, I will be also talking about that. So, ayun. So, you need to also have an internet connection, diba? To connect with your clients and your students. You also need a noise cancelling headsets, because usually dito sa Pilipinas maingay talaga. So, maraming aso, maraming mga manok. So, talagang maririnig. So, ayun. So, you need to have headset, and also you need to have a workplace, a clean background, a workplace na talagang kung saan ka free. Ayan. So, ayan. So, those some of the requirements, and some of the companies actually does have additional requirements sa kanilang mga students. So, later on, I will also be talking about that. So, now let's start first with the companies na nag-hire. Okay? So, the first one that I could highly suggest to you is if you want to start or parang beginner pa, you can actually try to apply in 51 Talk. So 51 Talk is actually a Chinese company that hire Filipino teachers to teach their Chinese students how to speak English. Most of the students dito sa 51 Talk is kids. So if you love kids, if you love teaching kids, like me, I have a bachelor's degree in elementary education. So I love kids, I love teaching kids. So ayun, so pasok na pasok sa akin. But actually here in 51 Talk, they don't require teachers to have a degree. If mapasa mo yung interview at yung demo, like teaching demo, ayan, pasok ka. So, hindi na kailangan ng mga degree na mga ganon. Yun din nakakaganda sa online jobs, because your qualification is not that strict like when you're applying in the government or in an office position. Kasi dito, what you offer, kung ano yung pinakita mo during the interview, during the demo, or mga any activities during trainings, yun yung babasihan nila. So, ayan. So, yun yung maganda when you're working online. So, ayan. So, sa 5-1 Talk, I actually did started sa 5-1 Talk then before. I teach a lot of kids, mga ganon. So, ang nakakaganda dun is, nakaka-enjoy lang. So, but the sad part about 5-1 Talk is that they offer less salary compared to other companies. So later on, ibibigay ko sa inyo yung mga high-paying companies na pwede nyo applyan. So ayan, so 5-1 Talk, I highly recommend that. So Chinese siya. So ayan, so I know that a lot of people have given a lot of reviews or feedbacks about these companies, but for me still, you know, there is always a starting point for your career, and it really depends kung nagustuhan nyo man or hindi. So for me, I actually did transfer to another company, which what I will be talking about next, which is ACADSOC. So ACADSOC actually is one of the largest ESL companies sa buong mundo, because they only not they don't only have students sa China, because it's a Chinese-owned company. Hindi lang Chinese, meron silang mga students from outside China na nag-i-enroll sa kanila online, and then they do have teachers all around the world. So sa ACADSOC, during my trainings and interviews, I actually had yung groupmate ko is actually from Nigeria, which ayan, so usually ang hina-hire kasi nila is yung mga foreigners which have background in English or parang second language yung English, like Philippines. So may mga Western din na mga andon. So ayan, so sa ACADSOC, they actually had a lot of teachers from abroad, especially sa African countries and Asian like Filipinos. So ayun, so ang nakakaganda lang sa ACADSOC is very versatile yung kanilang textbook, because libro kasi siya. So meron kang guide and everything. So ang gagawin mo na lang is tuturo ko na lang doon kung ano yung mga dapat ito sa students. You just need to follow the lesson plan or the book or the presentation, kasi may mga videos na, may mga ganun. So one thing na talagang nakaka-stress when I was in 5-1 Talk is that time, yung mga kinakanta ng mga students, kinakanta namin sa mga students namin, doesn't have like MP3 or MP4 na document. So talagang ikaw yung mismong kakanta. If you don't know the tone, gawa-gawa ka ng tone, which is different sa ACADSOC. They do have PowerPoint presentations, MP3 files, MP4. So talagang andun na siya. Makikita mo na yung mga kuan mo. Makikita mo na yung ang tawatin dito, yung mga media na gagamitin mo para doon sa classes mo, which is kind of good naman. So that's it. So sa ACADSOC, I actually did stop because nagkaroon kami ng maraming power outbreaks dito sa lugar namin, which I was terminated sa ACADSOC. And later on, I will be also talking about all things na ganon, na parang hirap while working online, and things that you need to remember when you want to work online. So the top 3 for me, which I am very happy na nag-apply ako, is Native Camp, Ingu, and Rare Job. So all the links for the website for these 5 companies, my top 5 companies that I will be talking about in this video, will be linked down below para magkaroon kayo ng idea kung saan makapag-apply. So ayun, so you can have the Native Camp, the Ingu, and the Rare Job. Now, out of these 3, they actually have Japanese students, which I like. So doon ako nagtagal kasi Japanese students ay talagang very ang tawag dito, sobrang mababait at sobrang mahinhin, which I like naman and I prefer. So all of these have adult students. So right now, I am taking adult classes with my students, mga professional adults, seniors, mga teenagers, college students, mga ganon. So ano nga ba yung iiwasan when you want to work online? Number 1 is kailangan mo ng napakatahimik na workplace, because if you have very noisy, magrereklamo talaga usually yung foreigners because they don't understand. They know na maraming aso at maraming manok dito sa Pilipinas, but they don't like it. If you want to work and impress your students, you really need to have a good workplace. Second is internet stability. Kailangan mo talaga na mayroon kang magandang internet connection dyan sa bahay nyo para hindi ka mag-interrupt yung classes mo, and also make sure to have a LAN or yung wire from your computer to your router para mas mabilis yung internet connection. And at the same time, make sure na if there are brownouts, you have backups na para hindi maputol yung classes or anything like that. So, yun. So, yun yung usually naman ng mga things na kailangan i-remember if you want to start working as an online English teacher. And I know that a lot of you ask me before kung ano nga ba yung process, though it's hard to explain it kasi medyo may mga technicalities kasi may mga steps. So, ayun. And yun, how much does an online English teacher makes? So, like what I've said earlier, so right now, my rate is 90 pesos per 25 minutes kasi 25 minutes ang isang class. So, ayan. So, 90 pesos. So, I have 180 pesos per hour na rate. Though hindi siya ganun kalaki, but as a part-timer, talagang sobrang malaki na yon. So, usually, I work around 6 p.m. ng gabi hanggang 12 ng gabi because there are students which are from the US. May mga Japanese students kami na from the US. So, usually 180 pesos. So, 6 hours ako nagwo-work nun. So, the total would be 1,080 pesos per 6 hours lang yun na trabaho, which is just a part-time job. So, yun. So, if you're a student who is looking forward to having an online career, pang sideline, pang extra money, pang allowance, so, please do consider working as an online English teacher. So if you do have questions about these 5 companies that I have shared in this video, I will be linking them down below. So please do comment down below kung ano yung mga gusto nyong mga tanong para mabigay ko naman sa inyo, and then I could answer it, and pwede na mag-PM sa Facebook so that I could help you with your online career. So that's it for this video. Hope that you've enjoyed this and hope to see you soon on my next vlog. Bye!